All right, so we want a definition of art that is going to allow us to include things like Henry Darger's drawings and also James Hampton's constructions out of tinfoil and the drawings on the Lascaux caves, but also one that acknowledges that not everything has been art the entire length of its existence. That banana wasn't an artwork until an artist decided to stick it up on a wall there. Duchamp's fountain wasn't an artwork until he put it in the art gallery. Before it had this life as an artwork, it was just a regular old urinal, just like any other urinal. So Levinson thinks, yeah, the institutional theory gets some ideas right about what it takes to be an artwork. Number one, there's not anything intrinsic about an object that makes it art. No, it's something about how that object is related to other people. And because of that, because an object's relations to other people is what makes it art, it can be the case that at one point in time, something is not an artwork, but then it becomes an artwork at another point in time because the relationships that it has to other people change. Now, what Danto and Dickey claim is that the relationships that an object has to have to other things is a relationship to this thing called the art world, the institution of the art world. Levinson says, no, that just can't be the case because, look, there's all these other things that are artworks, like the cave drawings in Lascaux, or James Hampton's tinfoil constructions, or Henry Darger's paintings, that are art, even though when they were created, they were just never bore any relationship to an art world of any kind. So this is the definition that Levinson gives. He uses a little kind of technical, mathematical way of setting it out here. But what he puts it up here, all he's saying is, well, this X, so take X to just stand in for any particular object. So if you got something, X, you want to know if it's an artwork or not. The first thing he's going to say is, well, look, depending on what time X is existing at, it might be an artwork or it might not be. So Duchamp's fountain, that urinal, X, it was not an artwork prior to 1914 or whenever it was that Duchamp stuck it in the gallery. It was not an artwork before that time, but then it became an artwork after that time. So the question we have to ask is, okay, so when is it that something is an artwork? And so Levinson is saying, well, look, if you take this thing, X, it is an artwork at some particular time, T. T just stands for, whatever time we're interested in. And that weird little symbol I put in pink here, equals DF, that just means like, well, is defined as. So some object, call it X, is an artwork at some particular time, call that time T. It's just that the definition of what it is to be an artwork at a particular time is the following. X is an object of which it is true at that particular time that we're talking about, that some person or persons having the appropriate proprietary right over X non-passingly intends X, that thing, for regard as a work of art. That is what he means by regard as a work of art. That person intends it to be regarded in any of the ways in which artworks that existed before this time T were correctly or standardly regarded. So that's Levinson's definition straight out of the essay. What we'll do in the next video is unpack what all those little bits of the definition means.